Well, ahead of Donald Trump's inauguration earlier this week, the then president-elect and his wife, Melania Trump, both launched their own cryptocurrency meme coins. The Dollar Trump and Dollar Melania coins surged as the 47th U.S. president was sworn in for a second term in the White House. And as of 5 p.m. today Eastern Time, this was how much they were worth. A Dollar Trump meme coin was fetching 37.5 US dollars, and its total market value was 7.5 billion US. That's according to the Coin Market Cap website. While a Dollar Melania meme coin was trading at around $3.30 US cents with a market capitalization of around $1.5 billion. But the introduction of these coins had experts alarmed, while others are raising ethical concerns. Dr. Ausma Bernot is a lecturer in crime and technology at Griffith University, and she joins me now. Good to have you on the program with us this evening. Now, can you first tell us how much money did Donald Trump and the First Lady make, and can they actually convert what we just saw there on screen to actual cash?
Well, let's see. That's going to be a big question, and we'll see that as these meme coins actually move towards through the first stage, the second stage, and the third stages of the releases. I did want to tell you a little bit about what meme coins are. So they're not actually cryptocurrencies themselves, they're just tokens of cryptocurrencies. And what is really quite interesting about them is that they are based on memes, and oftentimes it can be Pepe or other memes that we've seen out there. And in this occasion, they are based on this political moment that we're seeing in the United States. Now, they're really very much building on existing crypto infrastructure, so they're not building their own security mechanisms. And oftentimes they're using something like Solana or Ethereum, Solana in this case. So what will happen is what we're going to see over the next couple of years is that they're going to launch, especially the Trump coin, over 3 stages. So we've just seen the first stage release. There's going to be a lot of fluctuation of those coins for now. It's also tied to a couple of political moments and big decisions that are currently pending too.
Yes, can you explain to us, perhaps with these meme coins, how does one set it up in the case of the president and the First Lady and get them up and running in the first place?
Yeah, so they go to Solana and say, hi, I'd like to create a meme coin, and that's what happened in this place. So then Solana, who has that blockchain infrastructure and they have their own crypto coin, they will do that work for them. And that's what happened in this case. They set that up for the president and First Lady.
Yeah, so this crypto project that was linked to Trump, it's World Liberty Financial, that was launched just about 2 months before he was inaugurated. So this had raised questions around ethics, and is there a conflict of interest potentially with these meme coins?
Yeah, so Donald Trump is getting this name of being the crypto president. And we saw this lean of Donald Trump towards promoting crypto, promoting digital assets all last year already. So one of the things that we saw is that he was attending this crypto conference and speaking there. Of course, the launch of the meme coins as well. And one of the big things that are really happening now, and we're expected to already have happened as we speak today, is President Donald Trump, on the first day, he had promised to sign an order allowing Bitcoin to become part of the National Reserve. So that would be a world first, where cryptocurrency becomes part of the National Reserve. And that would, of course, if you're creating a national policy, but you also have you're also dipping your toes in the same business, that potentially creates a potential conflict of interest.
Yes, and this has opened the door to insider trading, if I may, in the bit currency point of view. That Donald Trump says something, makes a major announcement, and whoop, the value goes up significantly, even in a volatile environment. Do you see that happening?
Look, I think anybody who's buying meme coins, they're really not treating it as a form of a very solid, legitimate investment that's going to result in their nest egg. They're really playing a game, seeing if they get lucky. And with these coins, there's also a low barriers to entry too. So let's see what happens. It is going to be volatile, and it's really hard to predict oftentimes with these tokens. They don't really have inherent value in themselves.
So what groups of people do you think would actually put their money into it if you're saying that, this might, not exactly be a serious investment?
Oh, that would have to be a guess. I've not done research on this, but I guess people who love Trump, people who love memes, people who love crypto, or meme coins in general.
Yes, and President Trump says he wants to sign executive orders. You mentioned this before, to remove regulations faced by existing cryptocurrency companies. And of course, that's going to earn him that title you mentioned earlier, the crypto president. Do you see that happening? And might this be challenged in the courts?
So let's see what happens. One of the things that we were expecting to happen hasn't happened yet. So day one, we're expecting an audit to come through and say, okay, part of the National Reserve is going to be digital assets now. That has not happened yet. So we'll see what some of the promises actually were there and which ones actually end up playing out. So we'll have to sit tight and watch what happens next.
Yes, and Dr. Ausma, one could not help but notice that the world's biggest tech leaders were in attendance at Trump's inauguration. Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos. These figures were critical of Trump in the past, but what do you make of their about face?
I was really interested to see Shoji Chu as well there, the TikTok, who's from TikTok, attending the inauguration as well. And my guess is that there's two big reasons why tech billionaires are really excited to be at the inauguration and might be shifting their views. And one of those reasons is making sure that they don't fall from grace. So with the example of TikTok, for example, back in 2020, Donald Trump was the first to say, hey, TikTok is posing some risks to national security, foreign interference, and also economic stability of the United States, and was the first to critique TikTok and really start the conversation about divestment or bans. And now he also swooped in when the divestment didn't happen, when mandated, he swooped in to pause that ban. So perhaps the first reason is making sure not falling out of grace. But second, it's also perhaps more importantly is this lesser focus on regulation. So there's not necessarily, Trump is not calling for more regulation, more restrictions, spending of more money on having to moderate content and fact check. In case it's quite the opposite. And Meta, we saw this week, was really following that example.
Yeah, and could that, have the possibility of making Trump more powerful, given what you just said, Meta stopping fact-checking on Facebook?
Let's see. I won't comment on the political aspects of it. I can just tell you about the tech regulation. But there's definitely the fact-checking Meta has said is not going to happen on their platforms anymore. So perhaps the similar patterns that we're seeing on X might also be replicating on Meta. And I let you draw your own conclusions from there.
We'll just have to wait and see. Dr. Ausma Bernot, it's been a very fascinating discussion. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me on.